So my drive home this afternoon on kind of a cloudy, smoky, drizzly afternoon. It's the 9th of October. I kind of wanted to share with you something I've been seeing on Facebook and what I've been seeing. I've been hearing a lot of complaints on Facebook, been seeing a lot of complaints on our local news station about farmers burning their fields. And it's true, it's pretty smoky over here. I live on the west side of the ridge in Greene County. So there is a lot of smoke on this side. Does it bother me? No, it doesn't affect me at all. And I do have a touch of asthma. My father-in-law has a lot of asthma. My wife has a touch of asthma. It's not bothering us. Okay. So why do farmers burn their fields? Farmers burn their fields because it is much easier to get rid of the crop residue by fire. It's much faster, much easier, and much more economical to do that. And farmers don't burn every one of their fields. Farmers burn the fields that are dry, that the wind will allow them to burn without any cause or without any risk of burning a neighbor's field or blowing that smoke across the highway or catching any fence lines on fire. So they are cautious, and there is a voluntary system they can go in to learn the best management practices for fire. So fire is cheaper than tilling in the crop residue. Crop residue is good for the soil. It really is. It is good if farmers could wait and roll in that rice stubble in the mud in the wintertime, but that's another job. That's another trip across the field. That's more diesel they have to burn to roll in that stubble. And it's almost impossible to disc in, or with normal tillage equipment, to disc in or till that rice stubble in when it is dry. Okay, so about the only way you can get rid of that stubble is wait the entire winter before you work it, or have it flooded and run a stubble roller, which is a flat roller with paddles that will pack that stubble into the mud. Okay, so that's an option. The fire does return carbon back into the soil. So if you're concerned about environmental issues, would you rather have smoke from organic plants burning, or would you rather have more diesel fuel emissions from tractors burning fossil fuels to till in that product? You kind of pick your poison there. So like I said, farmers don't burn every field. They do burn some, and they do burn cornfields and cotton fields. But the main issue that people are worried about right now are the rice fields. We do the same thing to wheat fields in Arkansas in June. So the fire is a good thing. Fire will destroy most weed seeds. That way farmers have to apply less chemicals than the following year on that crop. It will also kill insects like grasshoppers and detrimental other insects like stink bugs. This year we had a big issue with stink bugs affecting our soybeans, and that fire will destroy those that are still out there, which will reduce the amount of inorganic chemicals or chemicals that will be used the following year to control insects. So it's kind of pick your poison deal. And then the time factor. So it is much quicker to burn a field than it is to try to till in that field. And during harvest, farmers don't have a lot of time. If you drive through farm country, which most of eastern Arkansas is farm country, you can see farmers going from 4 o'clock in the morning, some that'll be going to 10 o'clock at night, midnight. Some, if the conditions are dry, will be working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week when it's dry. Harvest is not something you can wait on. It's not like you can put that business transaction off until tomorrow. When it is harvest time, it is harvest time. If you wait too long, we could get a hurricane in, like Hurricane Delta that's coming. I don't think we're getting high winds with this one, but the last hurricanes that came through had high winds, and it greatly affected the corn in this region. and it lodged it down. So it takes the corn stalks, lodged it over. So we lost quite a bit of yield on our school farm because of those hurricanes. I'm not saying we could have got to it any quicker, but farmers deal with that. When it's time to harvest, it is time to harvest. We can't wait, okay? Time is a key factor. There's only so many acres you can harvest in a day. So farmers burn fields because it's faster, it's cheaper than buying the diesel. It will kill insects and other weed seeds, and they're not trying to pollute the environment. Farmers take care of the land because the land provides for the farmer. Why would a farmer want to hurt the environment when the environment and the land is what makes the farmer successful? Farmers are stewards of the land, so don't think farmers are out here trying to hurt the environment or affect your quality of life at all. Remember, agriculture was here before the cities were here. If you burn your cities and leave your farms, civilization will rebuild. If you get rid of the farmers and burn their facilities and leave the cities will crumble. Okay? It's a famous quote. It really is. Agriculture is what built our civilization. The ability for a small percentage, less than 2% of the population farms, which provides the food for the rest of the over 98% of the people, is pretty impressive. That allows people to work in other industries and other service industries. So that's my little message. I guess you could say it's a soapbox rant for today. But that's the reason it's Smoky. So please thank a farmer. If you ate today, you need to thank a farmer, because farmers are the ones that produce the food that you eat each and every day. So have fun, have a good weekend, keep making every toe push.